Hey guys, sorry. First off, sorry if I look a bit like kind of tired and like sweated out. I just got back from my last exam for this semester, so I have the next 10 days off before I have to go back to school. But I also got sick this week, so because of exams and me being sick, I had no time to do any videos. Sorry, I won't touch the hair. But yeah, so finally gonna try to get back on track with videos this week before I have to go back to school. I decided to do a review video. This is on more Sigma products. I decided to split all the Sigma products I had to review separately just because it makes it a lot easier. And it's not all overwhelming in like one 30-minute video, so I'd rather break it up. So I'm going to be reviewing their other stuff. By other stuff, I mean they're most known for their brush kits. The other stuff I'm talking about are the individually sold brushes, their Hollywood collection stuff, and yeah, that's basically it. So, first brush I'm going to talk about is the Sigma SS109. This SS109 I've actually had for a year already. This is the first Sigma brush I ever bought. And yeah, so I'm still using it, and as you see, it's still in good shape. If you take care of your brushes properly, they'll last you a really, really long time. I'm going to do a brush cleaning video soon. But anyways, I also have the MAC 109, so I find them very, very comparable. Only problem is with this brush, it sheds like a beast. I've had it for a year and it still sheds, especially when you wash it and if you use it for liquid foundation, because the hairs stick to the liquid foundation more, whereas if I just use this for like contours, like powder products, it's not as bad. So but it does work for foundation. It still gives the exact same effect as the MAC 109. It's just more difficult just because of all of the hair sticking to your face and like constantly pluck them off. But it still works. Like stipple it and then you dab it and then you buff. The reason why it's so great for all of these things is just because it's a small brush, it's dense, and it's a bit flat on the top. And I personally love the 109s, so the MAC 1 and the Sigma 1, either ones. I love them. Last year when I got this brush and the MAC 109, I went to California, and I only brought 2 face brushes. I brought, well, technically 4. I brought a powder brush, like an overall setting powder brush, this Sigma 109, a MAC 109, and a concealer brush, and that was it for face. And that did my entire thing because I saved one of them for foundation. My liquid foundation, and the concealer brush was for concealing, and the other brush was for highlighting. So I would do highlighting first because it fits nicely on the cheekbone, the top, and then blush, which goes right underneath. It's also a good spot for that just because like the density of it, it really holds the color very well. And then last but not least is contouring, which is technically what this brush is made for. It is amazing for contouring and bronzing. This is the only brush I use for bronzers. Oh, I don't actually have it here, but I just reapplied my bronzer now. It's my favorite. Next is the SS188 brush, which is a small stippling brush. If you guys watched my handy dandy stippling brush video, then I just explained all the good uses of stippling brushes. I find these 2 brushes are like extremely universal for a bunch of stuff. Foundation, highlighting, blush, contouring, powder, all that can be done with these. But anyways, this brush, it was in my favorites. I like it for foundation. I find it better because you can really get in those spots. And, you know, it takes more blending because it's smaller, but I find it more precise and it gives you a better blending because you're working on these such small areas at once rather than just like taking a big one going whoosh. I also like it for blush because with the stippling brush, it'll make everything more sheer. It won't pack on so much color. So I use it for my mineralized blush, which can be very pigmented. So you just kind of dab it in, or like, you know, loose powder highlights or anything, and you just dab it on and then you just blend. I also use it for cream. Cream blushes work really nicely just because the synthetic hairs won't absorb it. And it also, because they can be pretty pigmented, so you just dab on and then you just blend. Works really well for that too. But yeah, highlighting, all of that. I haven't tried it for just powder foundation. I feel like, I don't use stippling brushes too much for powder foundation. Okay, next is the SS182. This is just a basic Kabuki brush, which people mainly use for mineral foundation, or I've been using it for setting my foundation, which is pressed powders, which works fine too. I also like to use it to buff out bronzers or blushes. Sometimes you can put on too much or they just come out a little bit splotchy. I just take the Kabuki brush and you just blend it anywhere. But overall, it's just a basic Kabuki brush. It's nicely dense. It's pretty big, so you can compare it to how much it takes up on my face. But bad thing is, this also sheds like a monster. Like when I first got it, whenever you get new brushes, you should always wash them before you use them, just to get the shape back in, get rid of any bacteria that got onto it during like manufacturing or transporting it or whatever. You always just want to wash them just in case. So when I washed it, so many hairs were coming out. I was like, okay, maybe it's a first time thing. So I did it, and then I did my face. Some hairs came out, not as much as when I washed it. Then when I washed it again, more hairs came out. It's good. I have a feeling this is going to be like the SS109. It's just going to shed forever. But the reason why brushes shed are usually because there's not enough, the brush is bottom heavy and there's not enough support at the top to hold in the brushes, like where the ferrule is. But most of the other brushes don't shed as badly. So other than that, this is just a basic Kabuki brush. Nothing special, like nothing really, really amazing. Like this is my favorite one out of like the other ones I have, but you know, it's nothing fantastic. Anyways, yeah, all of these have to be bought individually. I pretty don't buy them in any of the sets. Excuse me. And I know these two are $14. I'm not too sure how much the Kabuki brush is. Next is the Hollywood Collection products. And this is the Retractable Kabuki brush. This I actually haven't gotten a chance to actually use because I'm going to be giving it away, and I'll explain why later. But this is Breakfast with Audrey. And this is just pull off the lid. And also, yeah, I picked the Breakfast with Audrey because Breakfast at Tiffany's is one of my favorite movies, and I love Audrey Hepburn. So I just pop that down, and it's just smaller than the 182, but I find it works really, really well. It's definitely really dense. This is the densest retractable Kabuki brush I've ever felt, or retractable brush overall, because a lot of them aren't as dense. You know, it's white at the top, and then it's brown at the bottom, and then you just pop it back up, and then you close it. I didn't get a chance to wash it just because, again, I'm giving it away, so I don't know the shedding factor, but this is mainly for travel. When keeping brushes in your makeup bag, you always want to make sure they're protected, because a lot of the bacteria of the makeup or anything just swirling around that can get on the brush. And then of course you're putting it on your face, and it can cause you to break out, anything like that. So this isn't meant for travel. But alright, I think it's cute. I would never use it just because I don't touch up on my face that much. I have the products with me, like I have my makeup bag, but hardly ever I'll ever touch up on products except with like lipstick, and like that's it. Next is the Dazzle Heart Pocket Mirror. This one's called Girl's Best Friend. It's in similar packaging. You just pop the lid open, and then inside is a nice little velvet pouch that's a Sigma on it. It's a little drawstring pouch. And here is the mirror. This is in Girl's Best Friend, as I said, so it's like diamond looking. And you just press the little knob at the bottom, and it opens up to a double-sided mirror. And one magnifies and one's normal. On the back it says Sigma. This is $25, I believe, and you know, it's actually a lot bigger than I thought. But when I thought $25, I thought, oh, you know, this is gonna be like a really nice mirror. Like the crystals were actually gonna be like, it's hard to explain, but these crystals are actually just kind of glued on top, and I thought the quality would be better. Even the look of the crystals look really cheap. They kind of give that like awkward rainbow casting effect on the top, not because it's like reflecting pretty lights in the middle. It's really hard for me to describe, but it just, overall it looks cheap. And for 25 bucks for a compact mirror, something that's like I will use for touch-ups, maybe not even, I don't think it's worth it for yourself. If you're to buy it as a gift, because people love receiving stuff that they wouldn't have the balls to buy. So, you know, as a gift, I think it's really cute. They have different colors, and some of them might not give that awkward, cheap-looking cast. Maybe it should be the clear one. But personally, I would never purchase this for myself. So, that's why I'm putting it in a giveaway. Yeah. But that's pretty much it. So, that's my review on those products. You can get them all on the site. I'll list the links and stuff. Shipping is actually pretty good to Canada. It's only for like $5.40, which is cheaper to a lot of other websites right now. But it actually comes in a few days too, so if you guys are wondering. So they're just great. Those brushes are just great alternatives to getting a whole set, because they do have other brushes on it, like eye brushes that you can just buy separately rather than the set. Good price, shipping's cheap. So yeah, I'm going to be giving away the Hollywood collection stuff just because I know I will not use this, and I'm not going to let it sit around and collect dust. So someone has a chance to win these two awesome products. So I'm going to be giving them away together, not like separate. it'll be easier for me. So if you would like to enter, please leave a comment down below saying enter me or anything. No spamming this time. No spamming, because that was ridiculous last time, because it just wasn't even fair anymore. Also, you can do it more than once, like once a day. But if I see that your name is like consecutively, like pages of it, like side by side, then I will ignore your name. Also, you must be a subscriber. I didn't say this before, and I realized that like I could be giving away to people who aren't subscribed to me, and I want to do this. I'm doing the giveaways for you guys, like people who've been watching me for a long time. So please be a subscriber if you want to win this stuff. And I will list the day of when it's when the contest, the giveaway will be done. It'll be next Wednesday, but I don't know what Wednesday is, or something like that. Anyways. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that review, and yeah, so join the giveaway. Thanks for watching. Bye!